Hey y'all, what's up? It's Meezy, and it's Tuesday. Yesterday was WWDC, which is the Worldwide Developer Conference that Apple holds every year to get everybody all hyped up about whatever's gonna come in the next iPhone and Mac and Watch and whatever operating system. So it's basically just a huge conference where they tell us all of the software updates that are coming to Mac and all the other systems. And then it's also, since it is a conference, other things happen. If you are an Apple developer, you get to go to all these sessions and learn all these things and meet with Apple engineers and blah blah. I'm not an Apple engineer, so I always just watch the main event and then just kind of log off. The cool thing about this year is that it was open to everybody since it was virtual. So if you do want to participate, you still can do that. But yeah, I today am just going to talk about the updates coming to iOS and iPadOS. And then there's going to be two other videos. One that talks about the updates to the Mac, and then another one that talks about the watchOS and the Really Aside. So there's going to be three videos. This one is going to be about the iOS and the iPadOS. The next one is going to be about the Watch and the AirPod updates. And then the last one is going to be about the Mac updates. So hopefully we can get through this pretty quickly. If you are not already, make sure you subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, whatever. We are now on the road to 5K. So yeah, thanks to everybody who helped me get to 2K subscribers, and now we're on the road to 5 and ultimately on the road to 10 and then 100 and then a million. So yes, let's just jump in. Okay, so one big update that everybody was waiting for, that they've been saying that this was coming, but it never got here. It's finally here. Is that calls no longer take up the entire screen. Now,
that's much better.
Of just watching the phone ring, you can just continue doing whatever you were doing on your phone without having to decline it. So that's a big deal. Same deal with FaceTime, and also you can leave FaceTime and still use another app, and you can move the FaceTime around the screen, make it bigger, smaller, whatever you need to do to make using your phone while communicating with people easier. Took forever, but here we are finally. Thank you. Another thing that will no longer be full screen is Siri, which is really good because I guess all of this is just really annoying when you're trying to use your phone and do something real quick and now the whole screen is taken up. But Siri is no longer going to be full screen. She's going to be giving you mini size, skinny legend right at the bottom of your screen. And then when she answers a question for you, it'll come to you kind of like a notification. So that is a really nice UI update that we're getting for Siri. Now, will she be any smarter? I don't really think so. Apparently she's supposed to be better, but I don't think she's gonna be like on the same level as a Google or an Alexa. So in the same realm as the FaceTime and being able to move the camera around, we also now have picture-in-picture on iPhone, which is a big deal for a lot of people. Personally, I don't think I would ever really want to watch a video and do something on my phone. I like to watch my videos on a big screen, but in the same way that you can move the FaceTime camera around and stuff, you can do that with videos now. And of course it'll be blocked on some apps, but now you have the ability to do that, so that'll be really cool. Maybe if you want to watch Netflix and text at the same time, maybe check your email. I don't know. Okay, I just realized y'all can see my iPad, but it is what it is, okay? It's a lot that happened at WWDC, and if I don't have a list of notes, we'll be here all day. Alright, so let's talk about something that is very special in my heart, which is an update to group messages. Now, group messages on Apple, they're pretty seamless. You get in the group, you text, it works. But now, one, you can set a picture for the group. I'm big on having pictures for my contacts, so that's great. Now, if everybody in the group message doesn't have a contact photo, I'll at least have a photo for the group. And so when you set that contact photo for the group, you'll still be able to see everybody else's contact photos around that group picture when you open the message. And also, now you can mention people in group messages, which is so perfect for those people who are in the group message but never want to answer and never pay attention to it, but like you're trying to get something done and you really need their input on it. Now you can just at them so they know it's real, right? So that is a big thing because I do that all the time. I'll be like, at Courtney, blah, blah, blah. But obviously nothing actually happens, but it's just so that if Courtney reads this message 3 hours later, she knows that this one was specifically meant for her. So in that same vein, now we have messages in threads. So if you are, if you're the one who pops off the group chat and gets it going and it's fire, and then there's one person in the group chat who's always late, doesn't read anything till 2 hours later, now they have 150 notifications on their phone, like 16 different conversations just happened and they missed it all. Well, now the conversations are in a thread so that you can easily know who was talking about what and why. So no more of the guessing game of reading the whole thing. Now you can just know exactly what is important. And for those people who feel like, this is still too much, you can also turn on a feature to where you will only get a notification if you are mentioned in the conversation. So not just if your name is mentioned, but if you are added in the group conversation. So this is a good thing for group combos. I'm excited for it. One more thing just about iMessage in general is that now you can pin conversations to the top. I definitely have a lot of text threads, so that's something that's very nice for me, to just be able to pin the people that I talk to all the time. That way I don't have to scroll all the way through to see like, oh, when's the last time I texted this person? Because I've texted 15 people today, so everybody is on the most recent, right? So yes, cool updates to iMessage. Definitely one of my most used apps, so I'm very happy about that. Alright, so now let's just jump back into iOS as a whole. Do we ever jump into iOS as a whole? We're just going to talk about iOS as a whole. So one new feature that we're getting is something called app clips, which is basically just being able to get a snippet of an app when you need it, kind of like on-demand services, I guess. So the example that they use is that you roll up to a parking meter, you need a special app to pay for it, and now you can, instead of downloading the full app, you just like tap your phone to the little, NFC reader, and then it downloads this tiny version of the app. You can pay for your parking and you can go. And you never have to download the full app. It just gives you what you need. It will be very good in situations like that. I'm a person who hates downloading apps that I know I won't use all the time, because I just like a very simple phone. I don't have a lot of things on my phone, which is why I've never done a what's on my phone video, because I try to keep it to a minimum. So something like this is great. Like, let's say you go to a restaurant, like me, I don't go to Starbucks a lot, but every once in a while, if I'm like just bored at work or something, I'll walk around the corner to the Starbucks. And maybe the line at Starbucks is super long. I don't go all the time, so I don't need the app, but I can get through the line faster if I just order on the app. Now I can do the little app clip thing and I'm good to go. They are also adding a whole new app for Translate, where you can take your translations past just like one word. You can have full-blown conversations with people, so there will be like a conversation mode, and then also just a mode for you to type in phrases and get the translation of that as well, kind of similar to Google Translate. So yes, that is something that's going to be directly on the iPhone now, though, so that is definitely a good thing to have, especially if you're a big world traveler. Once all this is over and we can go wherever we want to go, that'll be something that is nice to have. So another big UI overhaul that we're getting on the iPhone is widgets, and it's also going to be on the iPad. But widgets, and if you have an Android, then you've had this since the phone existed, but you can now have the widgets that you only have to the left of your home screen. You can put those wherever you want to, and there's even like a dynamic feature where the widget can update through the day, based on what the phone thinks that you need. So that'll give us the ability to add a lot of customization to our phones, and I'm actually excited for that. Even though I like my phone to be simple, I think that's something I'll actually use, and I'll definitely update y'all on that once I download iOS 14. Okay, so another feature they released is something that will tell everybody that you are just rich, and that is that you can use your phone as a car key now. It's only going to be available in this next month on the 2021 BMW 5 Series, but they said they'll be expanding it to a multitude of cars over time. But yes, using your iPhone as a car key, this is the future, people. So now let's make a move and talk about some stuff that's specifically new on the iPad. So we got an update to search, and maybe I'm like overthinking this, but I'm pretty sure the search is basically just updated to what we have on Mac already. You can type in whatever you want. You can look for files, you can look for apps, and if you just want to go to a website, it'll automatically put you on whatever website. So if you wanted to search for Google, you type in Google, and that first hit that search returns is going to take you to google.com. So that is something really nice, and being able to search properly is always something very important. So appreciate that, Apple. But something really big for the iPad is the updates to Apple Pencil. If you have an iPad and you don't have an Apple Pencil, I promise you it is 100% worth it. And with this new update, it's even more worth it. Now you can write almost everywhere. You can write in your Notes app and it will automatically convert it to text. Well, not automatically, but you can choose to have it convert to text. Like they showed an example of her drawing a shape, and it was a little wonky when she drew it, but then when she let go, it like turned into this perfect little hexagon, I want to say, or pentagon. So some super cool features there, and then you'll even have the ability to like write in your Notes app with the Apple Pencil, and then it'll convert that to text as well. And that's really nice because if you have an Apple Pencil, you kind of are limited in what apps will actually let you write, but now they're kind of adding it across the board, and I hope that it makes it kind of like a seamless experience of using your Apple Pencil. Like you don't really ever have to put your Apple Pencil down. I'm telling y'all, the Apple Pencil is worth it. It is a lot of money, but it definitely ups your iPad game. Alrighty, so as far as iPad and iPhone operating systems go, that is it. That is everything that I thought was important for y'all to know. Let me know if there's anything I missed. Oh, no, I did miss something. So a big thing that everybody's excited about that they conveniently didn't have time for was that now you can choose your default email and web browser. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a Google Chrome girl through and through. So it will be nice to be able to use Google Chrome as my default browser and have everything launch in there. And then also to be able to use Gmail as my default email app. So those are actual really big things that are coming as well that they tried to sneak in there. But with that is everything. That's that on that. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and go watch the next one. That's about the watch and the AirPods and the Mac. And I'll see you later, hopefully on this next one. Bye. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I don't have my audio, so that's just what I have to do for now. Sorry. See you next time.